there folks, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the Sekonda and the Lorus, and this is the head-to-head, if you like. So what we're going to do is we're going to compare these two watches directly. They are both the same price point. They're both marketed as field watches, although I think the Sekonda is more of a pilot watch given the size and everything. But so we'll deal with that. The Sekonda, reference number for that is the 3341, and I will put a list of specs up here so that you can see, you know, the sizes, all the dimensions and all the rest of it. And the other one is the Lorus RJ655AX9F. Nice long number for you to get your head round. Anyway, they are both exactly the same price. They both cost me the same amount of money, which was 22 GBP. You can pick them up for less. Sometimes they're more, particularly the Lorus. That seems to kind of fluctuate probably a bit more than the Sekonda does. But how we're going to score it is, I don't know if you've seen this up here, I'm going to score it in the same way that football is scored, and I mean proper football, not the one where you wear a suit of armour and pick the ball up and run with it. So if for each category we'll be awarded points. A win will be given 3 points, a draw will be 1 point, and obviously whichever watch loses any particular round will get a 0. So yes, let's begin. We will begin by just putting those to one side for a moment, because we're going to have a quick look at the packaging, because that is, I've scored the packaging as well. So the Lorus cardboard box, outer sleeve, and I don't know if you saw this in the unboxing. I mean, it's very generic, piece of foam in the top and a cushion, and your tag and your paperwork in there. You know, pretty basic, does the job. The Sekonda, again, we have an outer sleeve, and I think, me personally, I actually think this is a bit nicer. It's got a kind of a soft feel to it, nice little padded pillow on the inside, and you can see the watch through the top, and actually wouldn't make a bad little travel case. But yeah, there you go. That's just my opinion, as is everything else about this. It's my opinion, and anybody that disagrees with me on the scores, please roast me. Tell me I'm an idiot, tell me I'm wrong. But anyway, there we go. What we're going to do is the packaging. So first of all, for the packaging, the Sekonda takes the win. So therefore the Lorus gets 0 points, the Sekonda takes all 3. As I said, I just think that the Sekonda packaging is just a little nicer. Moving on. So we move on to styling. Now, they are both kind of, like I said, they are marketed as a field watch, but I think that the Sekonda is definitely more of a pilot, especially as it's got that triangle at the top. But yeah, I think, yeah, for a pilot, bit big for a field watch, but as a pilot watch, it's absolutely fine. It kind of meets all the requirements. And the Lorus as a field watch is a bit of a fan favourite, I know. So that particular round is a draw. So they both get 1 point. And the next category we have is the case, fit and finish, and the strap. So we'll begin with the Sekonda. The Sekonda is an alloy case, and it has a press-on case back. And I have to say, let's move in and see if you can actually see it. If not, I'll put some pictures up. But the case finishing, it just kind of looks like it's been done with a rattle can. It's, yeah, I mean, it's okay, but not fantastic. So yeah, it's I don't know what I've done there. Let's go back down to that. There we go. And the Lorus is a stainless steel case, which is got that satin finish to it. We've got a screw down case back. Yeah, I think that just generally the finishing is nicer. Also, we get drilled lugs as well, which is really cool, especially on a watch at this price point. So, you know, the straps, I've gone with the Lorus for the win on this overall. The strap on this is a bit thin. Not sure how long that's going to last. They have put some reinforcement down there. You know, the hardware is okay. Not too keen on these giant kind of sliding fabric keepers, but you know, it is what it is. The reason that this one won, though, really on the strap is this one, it is lined with plastic, and what I found was that when you get hot, that actually gets quite uncomfortable, and these edges are quite sharp. Now you've got a canvas top, and that plastic kind of negates the fact that it's got canvas on there, and it was just a bit uncomfortable. So the Lorus takes the win for that round. Next round, Legibility. As you can see, we both score a single point, so that is a draw. There was no problem with Legibility for me anyway, for either of these. I mean, you can say this is the bigger watch, so it's going to be more legible. But I think the way that they've done it with the Lorus, the contrast with the black hands with no white on there at all. Just kind of, they kind of balance each other out. So we have a draw. They both equal for that one. And the next round is the Loom. Now, this is probably not going to be a surprise because this thing is an absolute Loom monster. The Loom that you get with this, and you will be seeing the pictures of it right now, is just incredible. Not to say that this one is completely useless. I mean, it's got a useful amount on there. The little video clip, it doesn't really do it justice. It's because the hands, even though they look like they've completely faded out, by the time it gets to kind of 3 o'clock in the morning, you can just about tell the time on the Sekonda. Obviously, the Lorus is still, pretty much lighting up the room. They're pretty amazing things for that, and that is one of the reasons that they are a real fan favourite. And right, dial and crystal. Now then, they both got mineral crystal covering their dials. Kind of aesthetically, I prefer the Lorus to the Sekonda. You know, I don't mind the cream on this, but this one, because it's got that kind of green hue because of the Lumibrite, it's I don't know, it's just a bit nicer. But overall, I couldn't really kind of decide which one should or shouldn't win, so again we have gone for a draw. And moving on, we have the crown and how easy it is to use. Now, 3 points for the Sekonda on that. The crown on this is actually really good, very easy engagement, and that knurling on there is absolutely superb. It's actually better knurling on there than I've seen on many more kind of expensive watches, and it's tucked away inside those crown guards, but you can still get to it. Not that you should have to very often, this being a quartz piece, but when you do need to, when you haven't got 31 days in a month and you need to adjust the date, the crown engagement on this was far easier to get to and use than it was on this Lorus. The crown on this, I mean, it's a smaller watch anyway, but it really is. It's flush with those crown guards, and it is tiny, and it's not the easiest thing to get to. So the Sekonda takes the points for that one. And then next we have the brand. Now, some of you probably aren't familiar with Sekonda, particularly if you're from overseas. I'm a UK-based brand. It's the same company, holding company, that owns Accurist, and I believe Limit as well. And they specialise in budget watches. Accurist, I suppose, being the flagship of the brand, and the Sekonda being, super budget, because their watches generally are well under £100. You can even get chronographs and stuff like that for under £100. The Lorus, we all know about Lorus. The Seiko family powerhouse, and this one is an absolute fan favourite, like I said earlier. So yeah, the Lorus takes the win for that round. Right, water resistance. So we have 50 metres on the Sekonda, and neither of them have a screw down crown, but this one has a press on case back, and it's that polished case back as well, which is, I don't know about you guys, but it's not my favourite thing. The Lorus is screw down case back, and it's yeah, 100 metres water resistance as opposed to 50 on the Sekonda. So obviously the Lorus takes the win. Okay, value for money. It's got to be a draw, if I'm honest. I think that you know, Sekonda does offer reasonable value for money. Not all their watches are winners. It's the same with Lorus as well. I mean, if you look at the brand overall, you know, they both make some pretty kind of meh watches, if you like, that kind of got dubious finishing and stuff like that. But you know, these two as a comparison, you know, they both, I mean, at 20 quid, to be fair, they're, you know, absolutely spot on. I wouldn't have any problem recommending either of them to anybody. They're you know, they're just good value watches. You know, they tell the time. And you know, you've got the date on that, you've got the date on that one, you've got a run in seconds hand, you've got high legibility, and you know, they're just worth the money, definitely worth the money. So overall, we do have, I haven't been showing you that, we do have a winner. We do have a winner, and the winner is the Lorus. Probably no surprise. I mean, it walked away with the Loom, absolutely. I mean, even if I do that, look, even in daylight and under the studio lights, it's lighting up. So yeah, I mean, other than that, you know, the reasons that I said, and they are my reasons and my reasons alone. It is a very subjective thing when you do these head-to-heads, but you know, there is still some value in Sekonda, and I'm going to get a couple more Sekondas in, because there are some people that have asked to see them on the channel, and I do think that, you know, some of them are definitely worth looking at. Lorus, there's been a few of those on the channel already, so you won't see another Lorus for a little while. But yeah, there we go. That is my final thoughts. A total of 10 points for the Sekonda and 16 points for the Lorus. Let me know if you agree or if you disagree. If there's anything I've missed that you think is important that I should have mentioned about them. But anyway, if you like this kind of content, please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment. Let me know what you think down below. And subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to do that. There is going to be a giveaway coming up when I get to 2,000 subs, and I'm just gathering the bits and pieces together for that at the moment, and I will put a video up and let you know what that is soon. But that is it for now. Thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you all in the next video. Cheers for now.